"And you, ring-bearer," she said, turning to Frodo, "I come to you last who are not last in my thoughts. For you I have prepared this." She held up a small crystal phial. It glittered as she moved it, and rays of white light sprang from her hand. "In this phial," she said, "is caught the light of Eärendil's star, set amid the waters of my fountain. It will shine still brighter when night is about you. May it be a light to you in dark places, when all other lights go out. Remember Galadriel and her mirror." Megol van and Melen, Yoisten here, and I hope you all are doing well wherever you are in Middle-earth. Today I want to talk about the Light of Eärendil, the glass phial that Galadriel gifted to Frodo in the Fellowship of the Ring. Throughout the video, I'll refer to the same item by the two names, the Light of Eärendil and the Phial of Galadriel. Just know that I'm ultimately referring to the star glass itself. Without further ado, let's get into it and discuss its history and why it was so powerful. This relic of Middle-earth was kept and forged by Galadriel, as she had filled a crystal phial with water from her fountain, and that water held the light of the two trees, as perceived in the light of Eärendil's star, the Silmaril that Beren and Luthien had attained from the crown of Morgoth. Thus, Galadriel's water held the light of Eärendil's star, and it was imbued into this item that seems to have sprung forth from the Elder Days. As for the glass of the phial itself, it doesn't seem to be made out of something exceedingly special besides the glass of the Galadriel from Lothlorien. As for its short history, we first see it in the Fellowship of the Ring when Galadriel gives it to Frodo as a parting gift when the remaining members of the Fellowship of the Ring set out from Lothlorien on February 16th of 3019 of the Third Age. The item would go unused until Frodo and Sam were on the border of Mordor, outside of Minas Morgul. Frodo would touch it during the cries of the Witch King when the Nazgul commanded his army, and its touch gave him hope and eased his thoughts of the One Ring. Sam would go on to discuss how their adventure is connected to Beren and Luthien's adventure from the First Age, as the light of the Silmaril that the man and elf wrested from the Dark Lord is within their very item. With the reminder of Sam, Frodo would also use the light of Eärendil to drive off Shelob for a time while in her tunnels. With the phial, Frodo cried, "Aya Eärendil, Elion and Kalima," which meant, "Hail Eärendil, brightest of stars in Quenya," though Frodo knew not its meaning, as his voice seemed almost foreign to him. This invocation of Eärendil likely added strength to the phial's light. After this use by Frodo, he gave the light to Sam as he cut through Shelob's webs, and Sam would go on to use the phial during his battle with Shelob while defending his friend. In response to Sam's bright and courageous spirit, the light of Eärendil glowed brighter, further scaring and blinding Shelob. Sam would also use Galadriel's gift to break the barriers that the two Watchers set outside of the Tower of Cirith Ungol, and when he used it to leave, the phial gave off a grand blaze of light in honor of Sam's hardiness and faith. And the light was further strengthened as the hobbit cried out, "Gilthoniel a Elbereth," which means, "O Elbereth Starkindler," in Sindarin. This statement likely also inspired a brighter light. However, even Eärendil's light within the phial was not able to withstand the Heart of Darkness within Sauron's domain, as Sam tried to use it within the Crack of Doom, but it gave off no light. The Phial of Galadriel would remain with Sam until the two Hobbit heroes were rescued by Gandalf and the Great Eagles, and Gandalf held on to it and Sam's gift of soil from Galadriel as well, while the Hobbits recovered from their adventure. After resting in the fields of Cormalin, these gifts were returned to the Hobbits, and so Frodo held on to it for years to come. And even as Frodo sailed west on September 29th of 3021 of the Third Age, the light of Eärendil's star within Frodo's phial faded as the company of the Grey Havens set themselves upon the sea. The exact reason as to why the light faded is unclear, but I like to think that its individualistic light dimmed as the phial went to a land that was originally filled with the light of the two trees of Valinor. Thus, its light would rejoin the light of the land that once held it. And so, the light of Eärendil passed back into the land of the Valar. But the Star of Eärendil, or Arda's version of Venus, would continue to light the skies in Middle-earth for many ages to come. From the light of Eärendil, we remember how we may be the light in the darkness, or hope that others look to in times of sorrow or need, just as the light of Eärendil was for our two brave hobbits. Thank you all so much for watching. I'm sorry that this was such a short video, but I always want to include the amount that Tolkien wrote for a certain topic, no more and no less. Thus, I can stay true to his works that we all cherish. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button and share this with a friend. Let me know your thoughts concerning the Light of Eärendil or other artifacts of Arda that you would like to see covered in this format. If you'd like to contact me more directly, please join us on Facebook and Twitter, and if you'd like to support the channel personally and get access to our podcast, please consider donating to us on Patreon. Links for those are in the description below. Also, make sure to subscribe to join the Men of the West and all of the Free Peoples today. As the channel approaches an incredible milestone at the time of the recording of this video, I have to plan accordingly with some future videos that I'm going to make for you all. But rest assured, I will see you all again next week with more Middle-earth content. As always, thank you all for joining me on this adventure. Until the next one, my friends.